Sylacauga Mayor Jim Heigl says that rumors about illegal immigrants being allowed to live in the city are not true. The mayor says that he welcomes the many new legal immigrants coming to the community to work and asks folks to welcome their new neighbors.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now, and I gotta tell you, local municipalities, you better get your act together. This is not going to go well for you. There will be elections one day, and citizens may remember this stuff. What stuff are we talking about? Well, it's the influx of immigrants, legal and otherwise, into the state of Alabama. Now, nobody should be blaming the mayor of Athens, Albertville, Sylacauga, Coleman, or any other place where these illegals have shown up, legal and otherwise, immigrants have shown up, some seeking asylum and knowing that that system is completely broken. But we do need to be honest and say that we rely on our elected officials on all levels to represent their people. And if there's an influx of legal immigrants, showing up at the border and saying, asylum, showing up in Athens, then we should rely on Athens leadership to speak for the people. They should say, hey, we don't want these people in our school systems, in our workforce, in our jails, using our government resources. We have a right to say we do not want our communities overrun or burdened by these people. In Sylacauga, that happened last week. And I got two clips to show you. One is an individual speaking, I think, very plainly about the problems we're seeing.
Do we know where the individuals we're discussing are coming from? Where their point of origin is? Because you're treating them like lawful U.S. citizens, which they are not.
Is this how an elected official should behave?
Okay, so I'm going to cut it off because we've had 3 people to come up. I'm going to cut it off because we have no reason. Again, we have no reason to launch an investigation or to treat people differently because of how they look. There's no reason for it.
Who said that?
Well, that's just what I'm saying. I just said that. Tiffany just said that.
Okay,
so
I didn't say that.
But I said it. But there's no reason for us to discuss this any further in
These
this
individuals
meeting.
came from Haiti.
Are valid concerns that we need to
How are
hear.
valid concerns, Laura? People come here all the time. We
These
visit
people came here
Birmingham.
from
We
Haiti.
visit other.
Haiti is a failed state.
We
Their
visit
president was
everywhere.
assassinated in 2021. There
We're
is
done.
no way the State Department can
We're-
vet these
We're
individuals.
done, and I'm
You should
gonna
not cut
access
him
to.
off. Please let him talk.
You had a
shut
chance.
up
I
and
was
let
very
people
specific.
talk.
Okay, I'm gonna ask all of you to leave because this meeting is over. If having no other further business, I need a motion to adjourn. All right, second?
Second.
All in
Good to
favor?
know.
They're sitting up there lying.
Good to know. Don't want to hear the truth.
This is our city, not
This is our
Can you just say that we can't speak, that we have no word? I'm from Southern California.
What would you like us to do?
To cut off public debate in the middle of a meeting is a violation of the law, by the way.
Now, there's a big difference between you welcoming them to your city and you saying, look, we're just going to have to deal with this. I think people understand we just have to deal with this. But talking about welcoming them and saying they're glad they're there and all this other stuff that we're hearing from this particular mayor, that's not what your citizens are there talking to you about. And then ending the meeting after basically saying those things says that you just do not care what your citizens say or think about anything. Now, that's an interesting strategy, and you can think that way, but that is not going to go well for you. And I got to tell you, this kind of stuff has to be remembered during the next municipal election in Sylacauga and everywhere. But I know something, and I think these politicians know it as well. Generally, people do not care about their local elections. They just don't. Go look at the turnout in the cities that had local elections over the last couple of weeks here in the great state of Alabama, and the turnout is abysmal. That's just a simple fact. And that's how you get people like this particular mayor telling citizens who do show up to care about what's going on in their community to get lost.